What's going on, traders? It's day number 35, the $5,000 account challenge. We're up $1,545 on the day. I took two trades. Both of them were winning trades, and both of them were on UNH. Here are the trades that I took. UNH was a long idea today above $352. I was looking for the gap on the daily to be filled or partially filled, which did happen. This ran all the way to 360. But I took my entry early prior to the break of 352. Let me show you what I saw. I'm on the 1 minute time frame here. SPY opens up and sells, UNH opens up and sells, and then SPY holds and bounces and breaks a downtrend trend line and runs. And UNH holds the previous day's close as support, breaks this downtrend trend line, and starts to run, essentially. And so I'm thinking here that I'm going to go long on the break of the downtrend trend line and look for this move up into the high of day. That was my intention. That was my trading plan. That is not what happened. I took the entry as we got the higher high here on the break of the downtrend trend line, hold at the PDC, looking for the run at the high of day. And of course, we don't get it. This enters into consolidation and then curls over. At which point I had a decision to make. I was either going to cut this trade right away here or hold through and add. Because this had held the previous day's close as support previously, and because SPY was running at this time, my thinking was UNH, when it pulls back, is going to hold that previous day's close as support yet again. So I hold through the original position. As this starts to consolidate, I set a limit order to buy, undercutting the bid price. When this dips down, I get filled on my order, lowering my cost basis, and as this rallies back up, I'm break even here, and I made the decision to close this trade out. Well, for a little bit of profit. I made about $140 on this, which was basically nothing compared to the amount of capital that I was using on this trade. Now, the reason why I closed this at break even or pretty close to it instead of holding through for the run was because I realized that I was no longer in my original trade plan. My original trade plan was buy here, look for the run to high of day. And when we didn't get it, I had to adjust to save face on this trade. And my adjustment was adding to the position. So when we were offered back to break even again, I just went ahead and exited with the intention to re-enter if this was going to run and break 352. And I made this known to everybody in the live trading that that was my intention, to close this trade out before the break of 352 and then re-enter on a break of 352. And that's exactly what I did. UNH runs, breaks 352 here. Don't chase the move. Wait for the dip. We buy the dip and we get the run up into the high of day. And I actually wound up closing this position out not even here into this move, but rather down here. And the reason I closed it there was because I was offered a 20% gain. So this was my big winner of the day from here to here, even though in the grand scheme of things, I missed out on a ton of profit, but I didn't need to get a ton of profit because I was already up over $1,000 from this trade alone. And you might look at this and say, Gates, this is an extended entry. Why would you enter way up here? Well, we got two things here. Number one, we've got a break of the high of day, which is a likely point of resistance. And number two, remember that gap area, right? It started at 352. So not only are we getting a break of the high of day on higher volume, mind you, but we're also getting an entry into the gap. And if we know that the previous high of day is a likely point of resistance, and if we know that the gap area is also a likely point of resistance, the old points of resistance likely become new points of support when that's broken. And that's what I was banking on when I took my entry on this dip right here. So that's going to wrap it up for day number 35 of the $5,000 account challenge, up $1,545 on the day. By the way, if you'd like to join and trade with me, it's not too late. I trade live every single day for the duration of this challenge. So come on through. What I'll do is drop a link in the description of this video. Sign up for the WAP. That gives you access to the Discord server, the live trading, and the 5K account challenge. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see you next time for day number 36 of the 5K account challenge. Cheers.